Hi, journal. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening for whatever time it is for you. For me, it is 11:33 a.m. and Tuesday, February 24th, 2026. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. You can call me Sapphire Lily or you can call me Jasmine. On this channel, I share a collection of ideas and knowledge I refer to as notes. Most of the ideas come from my understanding on various topics. Some ideas are quotes pulled from external sources shared with my own interpretation. If that sort of thing interests you, I invite you to tune in. Any timestamp labeled as note can be listened to on its own. So if you only want to listen to part of the video, you can. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it don't apply, let it fly. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to do something different. Because in most of the videos that I do when I share my notes, I usually explain my notes and I go into detail about what went behind these notes, what I was thinking when writing these notes, or just my explanation of the notes. This time, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to read the notes as they are because I feel like they are complete. And I feel like I really want the viewer to question what these notes mean to them, how it applies to them, if it does. So, the overarching theme of this video is the fire horse, the year of the fire horse. And that is to be passionate, to be free, to discover. And hopefully that energy comes across quite clearly. I'm going to get right into it, and I'm going to start with note number 27. It's okay to feel emotion. It's a form of release, a form of expression. To cry is to be free. When we experience overwhelming emotion, we cry. Why do you think babies cry so much? Everything is new to them, being able to see, to feel, to hear, to taste. Breathing in air full time has got to be an adjustment too. Not all babies have the same experience, though, and may adjust differently. That's okay. That's why we learn how to handle and navigate our emotions. If we try to bottle up our emotions and keep shaking the can, we explode. It's important to express yourself in a constructive way because the repression turns into self-destruction. And when the can finally explodes, it hits those close and destroys the vessel in the process. Moving on to note number 31A. Loving someone doesn't mean I have to drown myself for them. That's not cruelty, it's clarity. It's important to realize which ropes are rotten and which ones are solid. You won't get it right every time, but that doesn't mean we ignore the patterns and signs. And not all help is from the kindness of one's heart. Sometimes help is really a noose waiting to be leashed around the neck. But remember that not everyone is an enemy, but the enemy can come from anywhere. Note 31B. True strength isn't defined by how much control you exert over others, but how much control you have over yourself. Having the power to affect others, but using it with wisdom and grace. Leading and guiding people through kindness and example is not weakness. Having the strength to be kind yet fierce is important. You can be kind and still have boundaries, like elephants or roses. Respect and loyalty earned through acknowledgement and trust is real. When it's coerced through fear and misinformation, it's fake. Establishing control through malice and oppression is weakness cosplaying as strength. The difference between authoritative versus authoritarian. The ones who don't get bit and the ones that do. Note number 32. I am a spiritual being living a physical experience. The word intangible describes something that can't be touched or doesn't have a physical presence. For example, emotions. Something felt by many on a daily basis yet invalidated because of how abstract they are. They are very real, yet unique and hard to explain because we don't understand their value and effect. We put physical over spiritual because we don't get it. Astronomy is valid because it's the observation of the physical universe, yet we invalidate astrology because it's the observation of the the metaphysical universe. Humans are conscious beings because we come from consciousness. We are alive because our universe is alive. We are conscious because our universe is conscious. We are a part of a living organism, similar to how our organs are a part of us. We became autonomous and think for ourselves. Imagine humans as bacteria for a moment, and imagine the earth as the human body. In the human body, there's good bacteria that help us, bad bacteria that harm us, and some that are neutral. We all come from source like distant cousins on a family tree, similar yet different. From the seed to a tree, becoming something more over time. It's within every single one of us to discover our potential the same way we explore the oceans or skies. Our DNA that we don't yet understand but can learn through source. A parent has much to teach a child, should they listen. There's a lot to be learned from our universe and this home we call Earth. Number 33. My relationship with God/Source is my own and unique to me. All relationships are nuanced and built over time. How you go about your relationship will be different than mine. Note number 43. What goes up must come down. What goes down must come up. When we are caught in the fall, we must then find a way to go up, even if that means resting and resetting, allowing wounds to heal before beginning again. That's life. When agitated wounds can no longer heal or fight attacks, they die. That's death. The dead will be remembered and the living will do better. If we don't, we die. There can be no life without death and no death without life. Life is continuous action and death is eternal rest. Death becomes fuel for action to happen, similar to how expunged waste creates and attracts new life. The soil is where the magic happens. The beginning leads to the end, and the end becomes a new beginning. Like the seasons spring, summer, fall, and winter. Spring is growth. Summer is maturity. Fall is aging. Winter is rest. Then it begins again. Like the human body. Like the earth. Like our solar system. Like our entire universe and whatever exists beyond it. There is beauty and grief within all stages. One person's junk is another person's treasure. Maybe one day, lead can turn into gold, or something else entirely. Number 62. It only takes one moment for everything to shift. When you're ready for that moment, you'll know because you've been preparing for it all this time. That's why the process is so important, because of its effects on the results. A refined process can lead to better results, like perfecting a recipe through trial and error, figuring out measurements and steps, allowing things to rest and taking action where need be. You want it to not only look good, but to taste good too. Moving on. Note number 94. We are in an ever-changing, ever-evolving world, so we too must change and evolve. Like the way the flu changes and evolves every year, and we must acclimate to it. As life advances, so do we. Things that we thought we understood have only scratched the surface. There's not just one way. Every path has the potential to diverge into another. Humans are still a growing species. How can we know everything when the world is constantly changing? The human race is like a child learning its place in the world. One must learn the truth of the world around them but not be consumed by doubt. Realistic yet open-minded, grounded yet inquisitive. How do we know if something is truly impossible or undiscovered? We learn. The more questions we have, the more answers we seek. The more we realize we don't know. So how can we say for certain that something doesn't exist or isn't possible? Impossible means that all options and outcomes have or will result in failure. Making the impossible reality can be a matter of perspective, out-the-box thinking, and time. Just because we haven't learned, done, or seen something yet doesn't mean it's not real. It doesn't mean it can never be possible. We weren't alive during the time of dinosaurs, yet we know they're real because we've seen proof. We will become the living proof to our potential. to all the things that can and will be. Number 95. Last, but certainly not least. Those who are small, weaker, different, developing, or facing challenges aren't insignificant for any of those reasons. They are worthy of the same respect and understanding afforded to those that are bigger, stronger, common, stable, or advanced. Treating every aspect with care leads to a better outcome for the whole. Doing what's right even when it's not easy. We are not difficult for being different, for having different struggles, for having different dreams, for having different looks, for liking different things. A lack of understanding and empathy is what makes things difficult. Rather than discarding and erasing what's different out of convenience, lack of interest, fear, hate, or malice, we instead leave space for them, because exceptions to the rule always exist. That doesn't make them a threat or a burden, just different. Adjusting to something new can be taxing and come with a lot of questions, but the person who carries that load brings understanding. Giving the proper space to comprehend differing ideas, views, experiences, and backgrounds can lead to breakthroughs on multiple fronts. The idea of one can shake and spark the ideas of many. Okay, so those are the 8 notes that I'm going to read today, and they have been read. Where am I at? 11 minutes and 35 seconds. Great. And it's 11:45 right now. Perfect. So, if this video resonated with you, you can leave a like if you want to, comment whenever you're ready, and subscribe if it feels right. Thank you for tuning in, especially if you stayed for this long. And have a good day. Bye.